What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about what Halo Infinite needs to do at E3. So I'm kind of skipping the part where I say, like, will it even be at E3? I've done that for several videos over the last week or so. I think for Halo, it's the biggest slam dunk of any game. I've talked about Skull and Bones. I've talked about Hogwarts Legacy, Gotham. I've talked about a lot of games. This one's easily the most. Okay, it's obviously going to be there. So the question is not will it be there, but what will they show, and what do they need to show when they get to E3, right? If this is going to be, and rumor has it, Halo and really the Bethesda stuff is what's going to carry Microsoft or Xbox's E3 show, what does it need to do, okay? And I have a couple things, really only a couple. Obviously, it's just my opinion, by the way. All this stuff is just an opinion, so if you disagree, that is totally cool. But before I get too far into the video, make sure, if you guys have not yet already, you guys are subscribed, have the bell icon turned on, hit the like button, and if you guys want to subscribe to my second channel, I'll be doing E3 coverage over there as well, leading in and when it actually happens. Podcast Now Plus is its name. Links in the description below, or obviously you can just look it up on YouTube. But again, talking with E3, loads of E3 videos coming on this channel. I'll be covering Xbox's or Microsoft's E3 showing, so tons of stuff. So again, if you guys aren't subscribed, definitely make sure you are. I know maybe you guys look at me as a PlayStation-ish channel. I personally don't. I cover all games, and I'm very excited for Microsoft's show. I'm excited for Halo, all of that. Okay, so in my opinion, they only need to do two things, and that's number one is have a release date. That's, I think, is one of the most important things, is no matter what they do, whether it's a trailer, whether it's gameplay, whether it's both, whether they want to take half the show just to show Halo, go for it, knock yourself out. But I think no matter what, they need to end with a release date. Now, when I say release date, I guess you can be very specific, and I did say release date, like an actual date. I would like that. If it comes out this fall, I think you can do it. I think you could say October, I'm not looking at a calendar, so let's just say October 26th. It could be a Tuesday, it could be a Friday, it could not be, but whatever. I think they should, and borderline, they need to say that. Now, if the game is not coming out in the fall, if the game's delayed, well, that's I mean, you could call it a separate issue or an issue all on its own, but I think you still need to set a standard. You need to kind of tell people when to expect it, right? Look, Microsoft, let's be fair, and let's be honest. Xbox, the Series X and S, now I get their games are everywhere, and their model is not necessarily about selling new hardware. It's to get people on Game Pass. It's to build up people playing on Xbox anywhere, right? Not just the new consoles, but they launched a new generation of consoles, and they've had literally nothing for it. The medium is the only game, right? So Halo Infinite, really, I think to a lot of people, is that game. I know you can buy on Xbox One, but I think a lot of people would buy a Series S or X specifically to play Halo Infinite. I don't think that's unfair to say. I think that's what will happen, okay? So if it's not coming out in the fall, I think that would be, honestly, an issue. There has been rumors that it will be delayed until 2022, by the way, so I'm not just making this up. There has been people out there that have said it. So, keeping that in mind, I don't think that's a make or break thing, but I think if it does come out in 2022, attach a season to it. So again, you show whatever you're going to show, and then you say spring 2022. Or again, if you want to say, this. Now, again, with this fall, I'd almost prefer them to give a date. And the reasoning, again, I guess it's just personal preference, and it's just my opinion. If you say fall 2021, I think it very easily could be delayed. And it could be delayed no matter what. So if you give an actual date and then it moves, that maybe looks worse. I understand that. But I just feel like if they give a date, to me, that kind of signals they're really shooting for it. They're really trying to get the game out. And again, I'm not demanding the game comes out. I'm not going to riot at their headquarters or anything like that. But I just think, to me, it would kind of say, okay, they have faith. They're really pushing for it to come out on this date. If they say a broader term, then I think it's easier to move on from it or delay it from that point, right? So that's one thing. The second thing is pretty ambiguous, and I want you guys to take it however you want to take it, but I think they need to prove that Halo has made a lot of improvements. So that, again, that's kind of a very wide thing. You could say, oh, that's literally what they need to show. They need to show that they've improved. Yeah, and I say that because I think the general, and this is, again, just an opinion, it could very well be wrong, the general opinion of what they showed last time we saw it was not very good. And I wasn't impressed. I didn't hate it. Obviously, there's been memes that have come from it. There's been a lot of stuff. But if you're asking me, okay, Alex, what did you personally think about it? I thought it was okay. I thought it reminded me very, very much of like old-time Halo, which if that's what they're shooting for, I think it is, that's completely cool. Like, I have nothing wrong with that. We know this is going to be a Halo game for kind of an indefinite future. In fact, the rumor is that this is going to be the Halo game, like a hub for Halo games for like the next 6-7 years, that there won't be another Halo game for probably like another decade or so, okay? That everything is going to kind of flow through this game. So it's big. It's ambitious. It is a massive, massive undertaking and project from them. And what they showed was okay, in my opinion, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great whatsoever. And again, that's completely up to you to disagree. I'm sure there'll be people that disagree. All I'm asking for this one is that they up their game. And I think that they will. There were all the excuses of why it looked the way it looked last time. Not very good excuses, and not really, I don't even want to hear by the way, I would say the same thing for Nintendo. I would say the same thing for Sony. Those excuses, you shouldn't even be using excuses, because that shouldn't have happened. But regardless, I do think they have a really good shot here to really signal, okay, number one, we heard you from last time, and number two, that wasn't even our A game. Here's our here's our A game. Here's everything we got, and we're gonna give it to you. I mean, I really think they can I mean, look, Halo is massive. There's no doubting it. Whether you're an Xbox fan or even if you're not an Xbox fan, there is zero. You can't doubt that Halo is a massive thing. So I think they have the fans. They have people's interest. Okay, they need to just prove that last year's thing was last year's thing, and they're going to kind of move on from it. But that this really is the most ambitious Halo project ever made. This is going to be kind of Halo for quite a while, so you better get used to it, but it's going to be pretty darn fantastic. And I get that this isn't their strategy, so I guess take this, with a grain of salt, but like this is why you need to get the Series S and X. And I get that, that's not really Phil Spencer's thing. They don't really talk like that, whereas Sony, that is how they talk, right? Like God of War, if that's PS5, you can bet that you'll hear them say at some point, like, this is why you get a PS5, is to play God of War. Xbox isn't like that. They may not say that for Halo. But again, the idea with their games is you can play it anywhere, and it's very accessible, and it's going to be on Game Pass, and so it's literally free. I mean, obviously you pay the monthly subscription, but and this is going to be an amazing just product that you're going to absolutely love. And it's going to make old Halo fans happy. It's going to make new Halo fans happy. That's all the stuff. So I get that's very open, right? But in my opinion, that's what they need to do. In terms of what they'll actually show, I feel like it's definitely a candidate to just do everything. And by everything, I mean like a gameplay presentation, much like how they did last time, where they literally have somebody playing the game. They have like a gameplay demo almost. Have people do that, or have somebody do that, where we get to see it 5, 10, 15 minutes, however long they want to do it. You show off quite a few things that are in your game by doing that, and then you could show it a trailer. I think you can attach it with a trailer. I think that would be perfect. That would show people pretty much the entire gist of what they want to show, and then again, to kind of end it with that release date, I think would be perfect. It would be a slam dunk. If they did all of that stuff, it would be an absolute slam dunk. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think? What would you personally want to see them do with Halo Infinite at E3? Again, to me, they'll be there, or Halo Infinite will be there. It's just a matter of what they actually do with it. Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. Again, if you want to subscribe to my second channel, Podcast Now Plus, the link for that is in the description below. Make sure to give this video a like. It definitely helps. And like I said, loads of E3 content coming all throughout May into June. I'll be covering Microsoft's show, leading up to it, I guess I should say, during it and right after it, okay? There's going to be loads of E3 videos. So thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.